Okay, so how I'm gonna separate this video is into carbs, proteins, and fats. First of all, those are your macros. Second of all, there is fat in damn near everything. Even this pasta, even though in one serving, there's only 1 gram, but it's something that you need to be conscious of. Now, steak, way more fat. Eggs, way more fat. Chicken, you can even see the fat. After a workout, obviously, what's the first thing that you're gonna do? You're gonna make a protein shake. But if you're trying to gain weight, and if you're trying to build muscle, a neutral diet, which means you're burning as much as you're taking in, you probably won't make any progress. Now, when you put yourself in a calorie deficit, that's when you start burning fat because your body's not taking in as many calories. When you're in calorie surplus, that's when you're gonna start building on excess fat, but your body's gonna have a lot of extra vitamins, minerals, carbs, and proteins to, do with. Therefore, your workouts, you're gonna feel way stronger. You're gonna have so much more energy to burn. Now, luckily, if you're trying to gain weight, you're gonna keep up with your proteins. That's just a fact. But when it comes to carbs, you are going to be loading up on this. Whatever type of pasta that you want to eat, this is garden-rotini, these are corkscrews, these are bow ties, sauce it up with whatever you want. But remember, moderation is key. Because if you use too much Alfredo sauce, that's a lot of excess fat. I just need it for the taste. Proteins, chicken. Chicken is probably the best source of protein that you could possibly have. Obviously, protein shakes is protein specific, but that's all it's good for. It's not gonna give you any extra energy. It's just gonna take all the protein out of the powder and process it, and ultimately, that's not a meal replacement. Steak, extremely fatty, but still good. Eggs, perfect for breakfast, perfect for even right after you work out. I mean, there's really no better scenario right here. Maybe not that, but like this right here, good stuff. But if you're not keeping up on your vitamins, then your overall health is really gonna decrease. You're gonna feel like absolute shit. So that's where all the vegetables come into play. I can't stress this enough. Super essential. So now, the problem is, I don't think people realize how easy eating like this actually is. Very minimal cooking going on. All you have to do is boil pasta. All you have to do is toast a bagel, toast the English muffin, put some peanut butter or jelly on the bread, and rice. How easy is rice to make? It doesn't get any easier than that. Honestly, the hardest thing to cook here, probably the chicken. If you want to flavor it up like your own way, throw a little seasoning on it, throw that boy in the oven, dice it up, throw it on the stove. Make sure it's cooked, of course. But other than that, I mean, it really doesn't get simpler than this. Have a protein shake after you're done working out. After you're done working out, make 2 or 3 peanut butter jellies. 1 definitely isn't enough if you're trying to gain weight. I'm promising you that. Have a fat ass bowl of rice. Chop up a bunch of chicken. Put it in there. Easy peasy. Now, I know some of you may have seen the ramen. Of course, extremely salty. But it serves as a good snack in between meals. You can either go with like a granola bar, or if you're feeling fancy, you can whip up a nice little instant lunch. And truth be told, I could stop the video right now and this is all the information that you would need to know. But I'm gonna go a little bit further and give you guys a little bit more information because why not? Now, you can get mass gainer, of course, but I'm trying to keep like a lean profile. I'm not trying to get absolutely swelled up. I'm just trying to get a little bit bigger, but maintain that cut. So I tend to stick away from things like, steak. But that's thin cut New York strip, so I mean. Now when it comes to eggs, I didn't realize how inexpensive eggs actually were. It's pretty incredible, to be honest. Of course, if you're buying organic, which, I recommend because it's probably the best for you, but I don't really care. So I just get some cheap old eggs. Whatever. Now for chicken, how I prepare it is I cut all the fat that I can off of it. Even with steak, I cut all the fat that I can off of it, just because there's no point in ingesting fat. It's not gonna do anything good for you. Pasta, throw in a pot of boiling water, let it get soft, throw it in a Tupperware. Make a ton of it, just so you don't have to keep making it over and over and over again. Throw that bad boy in a Tupperware, throw it in a Ziploc bag, and you're good to go for like a whole week. If you make like 2 boxes of them, it's chilling. If you don't have a rice cooker, you can get Minute Maid rice. That's just as easy to make as slow cooked rice. Pancakes. If you haven't seen my how to gain weight video that I did a few months back, I suggest you see that because I teach you how to make pancakes in the best way possible and everything in moderation. Obviously you're gonna eat pancakes with syrup, but don't use too much. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you guys my full day of eating. What I'm trying to do is stay as ripped as possible, but build muscle on top of what I already have. So now what I'll do when I wake up at 6 in the morning, I'll make a nice little bagel, I'll throw a few scrambled eggs on there, and I'll chop up some cucumber or a few vegetables, whatever I feel like. I'll go to the gym, I'll come back, immediately, right in the tank, protein shake. Easy. I'll take my diced up chicken, I'll mix it up with some pasta. My ratio is about 3/4 pasta to about 1/4 of chicken. Throughout the entire rest of the day, that'll be just about it. That's really all that you have to eat. It's just pasta and chicken and some vegetables. But obviously some people like to mix it up, so sometimes if I'm feeling a little bit spicy, I'll make a peanut butter jelly or 2. If I were to just go on a straight like peanut butter jelly diet, there's some fat in peanut butter and jelly is pretty sugary, so not as clean as chicken and pasta. Clean eating. Now, everything you see here, besides maybe like the Aunt Jemima's, of course, is relatively clean. But like I said, with the sugar and the jelly, with the peanut butter jelly, of course you're gonna get the fat with the peanut butter, and you're gonna get the sugar with the jelly. That's fine. That's completely okay, as long as you're not overdoing it on the sugar. That's a huge issue that people don't understand. Everything in moderation, so keep track of how much sugar that you're ingesting if you're trying to gain weight and you're eating everything in your house. Because technically eating everything that you see isn't terrible. Just keep in mind the total fat and the sugar, and the saturated fat of course, but you know what I'm saying. I actually didn't think this video was gonna be this easy to make. I mean, I did just come home from the gym, so maybe I could just make a plate and show you guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That took me about a minute to make. You know, just throwing rice right on the thing, throwing a piece of steak on there, making a protein shake. This thing is clutch, by the way. For flavoring, my mom actually put me on this years ago. Liquid Aminos. Now, we know Aminos are good for like muscle building, but this is a soy sauce alternative. It's gluten-free, contains no preservatives, and is even better for you. And even better than soy sauce. You don't need much of it, but it sure makes the rice taste damn good.
Forgotten.
Truthfully, this is about as easy as it gets. Getting big is not hard. All you have to do is go work out hard, and eat. Now, I don't know this from experience because I've never really had a problem with gaining weight. And growing up playing Pop Warner, I was always an older lighter and I had to lose weight all the time. I'm like 13 years old, so my life kind of sucked. Now that I get to gain weight with no cap, no limits, I can do it how I want. So this is really like the cleanest way possible to gain this type of weight. But like I said before, if you want to gain weight, if you want to look better, all you have to do is work out. Work out hard. Work out hard as shit. And then make sure you're eating. I'll leave you guys with this. The one secret that helped me out a lot was tracking pretty much everything that I would eat on a daily basis. I used MyFitnessPal. It was probably the easiest thing I could have done. Even if I didn't know what it was, I could just scan the barcode. It told me everything. How many carbs I've been eating all day, how much protein, how much fat I've been eating all day. And that really helped me kind of like fine tune, you know, how much I needed to eat, how much more, how much less I needed to eat of each thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys walk away from this and learn something. But just remember, I'm not a nutritionist. I've taken like 1 or 2 nutrition classes in college and, you know, I've done my research. So I'm not a professional at this. But if you want to pay a professional to tell you pretty much everything that I just told you without the specifics, be my guest.